Might be connected to my headphones. Can you guys hear me now? Yeah. Let me, can you hear me now? I've been weed eating, trying to get this place to look nice for Butcher Day for like the last 2 hours. So, um, yeah, let me see if I can't keep you guys. All right, you guys can hear me now. Yeah, I'm gonna put them in my shirt pocket anyway, but I did disconnect from them. So, it's a metal building. Sorry, but I don't know how well. Service kind of sucks out here. Some of you guys can see meat birds are doing a disco out there. Anyway, their big day is coming Saturday. So we got the propane scalder ready to go. We got the plucker ready to go. We got the electric scalder ready to go. So you can hear Caitlin inside watching me. Can you hear me all right in there? She probably can't hear me. But I'll kind of open this back up. But we got the incubators in here. I was hoping to go live candling chicks, but if the service isn't gonna allow me, then we may not be able to, but I may have to stand out here and answer questions. Yes, Saturday we will be filming for the YouTube. The video we're going to be doing, the last video we have to do for our raising meat chickens for beginners will be Butcher Day Saturday. I'll do a little bit of filming tomorrow morning when I do my last feeding for the Cornish crosses. And then Saturday we're going to film as much as we can. YouTube doesn't like blood and guts and all that, so I'll probably black and white some stuff. But yeah, Saturday we'll be doing some filming. So expect Monday's video to be Butcher Day on Saturday. So for those of you that are watching that are coming Saturday, expect to be on the YouTube channel. But other than that, tomorrow's video is going to be all about guard geese. Those little goslings we got from the auction. They're out with the eggmobile now, protecting the flock. Not really. They haven't figured out their role yet. They're just kind of hanging out there. The Temu incubator, I'd have to go back and I think I pinned the comment to the top of that video. The guy was from Notre Dame or somewhere. I tried messaging him and he didn't never messaged me back. So I still have that little incubator. I have 8 more incubators in here that I'm gonna start putting eggs in after Butcher Day. I'm trying to get through Butcher Day, so hang with me. We have Temu's top rated incubator, Amazon's #1 incubator, We have a quail-specific incubator. We have several other Temu incubators. So once we start reviewing those, Caitlin and I are just gonna pick some new winner of that little Temu incubator from that comment section. And I'll probably put it in my next incubator video who the winner is. But you're gonna have to go to our Facebook page and send me a message, because I can't, like, at least I don't know how to send a subscriber or person a message or an email. I'll have to, like, comment on their post, and then they're gonna have to go to our Facebook page and get with me to have them a place to send. Do a bussy clap, no cap. I don't know what that means. Anyway, Monday's video, it's gonna be butcher day. Black Australorps. Watch our top 5 best video. You'll see where they stand. Oh, if you don't have Facebook, I'm not really sure how I can help you there. I'm sure, I don't know. If I comment on your comment saying you won, you're gonna have to figure out a way to get a hold of me without me putting my address and phone number out to the world. So, but yeah, I'm gonna let her, I wish I was in there helping her finish, but if I don't have service in there, then it's just gonna be buffering for you guys. Let's see if we can run out here to the meat chickens real quick so you guys can take a peek at them before it gets too dark out here. We got another storm coming. Seems like all it does is freaking rain every 2 nights. I'm about tired of it, because today was the first day with mosquitoes. We haven't had mosquitoes in like 3 years, and it's been a glorious last 3 years, but I think this year is gonna be the end of that streak. But got a pretty good sized storm rolling in. It looks like it's gonna hit us in about an hour. Was sprinkling a little bit ago. If you hear me smacking myself, don't mind me. They're just freaking pterodactyl sized mosquitoes. What's up, Michael, Barbie Honey, Braden? If you're anyway, I got 41 of you watching. Since we're over here, we might as well take a peek of this beauty. That's right. If you watched the last video, you know what this little meth lab is all about. Ah, so gross. Anyway, I have a couple of these magnets that I've had from my old truck, my old black truck. I think I'm just gonna keep those there for now, but I'm gonna probably wrap it. I don't know. There was a lot of really good name suggestions for this. The old Rooster Cogburn. There was a couple. I have to go through the list, but it was pretty funny. There were some good names. But I might just wrap it, and then I don't know. There's so much rust and dents and dings. I think I'm gonna put a big like rack on top with a big spare tire. You know, I'm gonna get some sweet rims. We live on a dirt road, so I need to get some off-road tires. I need to get the brakes first. Brakes fixed first, and then we can start getting carried away on pimping it out. Take it down to West Coast Customs and let whole exhibit pimp it out. Any of those brownies are nasty, I promise you. Jake said he would take them. No, they're probably pot brownies, to be honest with you. Supposedly the old lady that lived in there was something. But anyway. Oh man, take the rain while we can, I know. But, oh, sorry. Oh crap. I smacked a mosquito. Oh, I'm back, I think. Sorry, I smacked a mosquito and I pushed a button on the camera. You guys can still hear me and see me. Anyway, here's the meat chickens. They're way too big, which is not as fun as you might think. We're gonna have some 7-pounders, like dressed 7-pounders. Let me turn you around. Like that dude, that's probably a 7-pound dressed carcass. Like that guy walking toward me there, that's a bowling ball with legs. They are giant. And I took them to 9 weeks on accident. Well, I expected the hatchery to send them late like they did last year. And they didn't send them late, they sent them on time. So I already had the butcher date set. When you're butchering chickens, the butcher date is just as important as the ship date because 1 week is a big difference with these things. But we should have butchered them last Saturday. The good thing is, like, even though they are bigger, we charge by the pound. So thankfully, we charge $4.25 a pound. So if they're gonna weigh 8 pounds, then we'll get our money back on the pounds they're gaining. They just get to be a lot when you're trying to scald them and pluck them, and the bigger they are, the easier it is to get your hand inside of them to pull the goods out. But we've lost a few out here, not a ton, none to predators. When they just get this big, it just gets hard for them to stay alive. But we're running out of room here before we hit the new vehicle over there. We only got tomorrow, and well, tomorrow's our last move day because tomorrow night we'll catch them and get them in crates. So first thing Saturday morning, we'll start butchering. So pretty sweet lightning show going on out here above the eggmobile. Man. Ugh. I swear I'm getting eaten alive. All right. But yeah, one of you said they're probably the healthiest. They are healthy. You have to move these things every day. If you're ever going to raise Cornish crosses, once you put them outside, you have to move them every single day or twice a day. They just put out so much manure that if you aren't moving them every single day, they're going to start getting sick. So average 6 pounds, Kayla. That's pretty good. I mean, if you got them the same time I did and you butchered them last Friday, that'd put them at 8 weeks. We're taking them at 9 weeks. Six pounds dressed at 8 weeks is solid. Industry standards is 5. So that's kind of what everybody strives for, is a 5-pound carcass at 8 weeks. So we're at 9 weeks, so we should hit 6 pound average. Yeah, I had actually, funny thing, Christy said I should have my bee outfit on for these mosquitoes. I actually I caught another swarm today. It was just hanging up underneath the swarm trap. So I went to go put it inside the swarm trap, and the mosquitoes in that place were horrific. So luckily I had my bee veil on and my bee jacket, and I had way more mosquitoes in my face than I had bees. So the bee jacket does work, but tomorrow morning I'm going to get up real early. I got a long day tomorrow getting ready for Saturday. So I'm going to get up like 6 o'clock in the morning probably and get over to that swarm trap, get them closed, bring them back to the house, get that swarm trap brought back to the house, get them moving into a Langstroth hive. Jorge from Napa Bees is coming Saturday. So after butcher day, we're going to transfer those bees from that swarm trap into one of his hives. But anyway, the rest of tomorrow, we finished mowing today and weed eating. I think I have all the butcher equipment here. Like I said, we got to set up some of the shade canopies. Hopefully it's not going to rain or be too windy. But we have a funeral tomorrow morning too. So that's most of my morning's gone from doing the bees through the funeral, and then all the way till the afternoon. I got to start getting everything ready, set up here at the farm. And Caitlin's got to get groceries for everybody to eat tomorrow or eat Saturday. There's a lot that goes into this butcher day, not just show up and chop up chickens. try to make our place look nice for everybody. We'll see you, Teresa. What's up from Smith River, California? Let me see here. There's still 54 of you watching. Thanks everybody for watching. Say hello if you're tuning in. I wonder if we can bring a tray of eggs out here. Candle some out here.
Are you still what?
Yeah. Yeah, bring a tray out here. We're gonna bring a tray of eggs out here and candle them here for you since we have service out here. And it's getting dark enough. We usually kill the lights in there and candle in the dark. It's just a lot easier to see. Let me try to get caught up here on the comments. What's up, Bodie? Look forward to having you guys out here Saturday. Yeah, storm is, I looked on the radar. I keep looking for my phone, but I'm recording on my phone. What's up from Central Valley, California? All right, so I'm gonna angle you down here a little bit. I got the boss here. Yeah. These eggs are on day 18. So they're going into lockdown tonight, hatch on day 21. I got some Polish. So that's a good egg. You can see the veins there. See if you guys can see it moving in there. You guys can see that little guy moving in there, hopefully. Yep, with salmon Faverall pippin. So that's a good one. That's a dud. As you can see, transparent means it's a dud. If you guys got any questions while we're doing this, put them down there in the comments. That's a good one, that's a good one, and that's a good one. I need a dud bucket.
These aren't silkies, but we do have silkies.
Yeah, none of these are silkies. Those I just did with Polish. We got one more Polish there, Polish rooster. He was sick for a couple weeks, but he's back in business. Blue partridge Brahma. That one's developing. They're a really pretty bird. That one should hatch.
Any tips on hatching quail eggs?
Quail are pretty easy to hatch if they're fertile.
Yep.
As long as you can keep everything good in there. Humidity, keep it around 50 degrees. They'll raise their own humidity when they go to hatch, but if they're fertile, they're usually good.
Son said they like my shirt. I told him I couldn't go on live if I had this shirt on.
I was like, most people watching my farm channel are probably sorry, but not from California, even though we do have some California people watching. These are all dud eggs. I'm gonna chuck them real quick. Ugh. I'm gonna get eaten alive. This one's already pipping a little bit. You can see the pip there. Hopefully it doesn't shrink wrap. Got 3 duds in this one. They're all salmon Faveralls.
This one?
Yep. I ought to just bring the camera over here by my dud bucket. All right, hang on with us. We got a bucket over here with some wood shavings that I'm gonna dump tomorrow. Another salmon Faverall.
We're not shipping eggs. We're not MPIP certified, so we can't ship eggs.
Yeah, in order to ship eggs, the state has to come out and they have to take blood off of every single bird on your farm, up to 300 birds per species, from what I understand. And that is a nightmare.
Maybe someday, but
Next spring, while we have the least amount of birds here on the farm as possible, we'll try to have NPIP out here, and or the state out here. Starting to sprinkle. Man, our salmon Favreau wasn't doing his job. This is why we don't ship eggs yet. Because depending on the that's what we call a danger egg. One small movement, that thing blows up. Whew, that'll clear a house.
Literally.
God, guys, we're getting eaten up here. Alright, good thing we weren't shipping those eggs. If we start shipping eggs, we're gonna have to double up on roosters. That way we have a higher fertility chance. That's another question away. Not a ton on there. Polish were good though. Alright, there you go.
Thanks.
Alright. Well, other than getting eaten alive out here, just for you guys. Welcome Mike from New Jersey, Rest Farms. We don't have a P.O. box set up yet for you guys to ship us stuff. So hang in there. When we get a P.O. box set up, we'll start giving you guys that P.O. box to be able to ship us stuff. The NPIP paperwork's not hard. It's just getting them out here to test all the birds. It's like we have over like 1,500 birds on the farm. So that's not just like 20 birds where you just take blood from 20 birds. You gotta take blood from almost all your birds, chicks and everything, from what I understand. So we don't have the time right now. Plus, if our fertility rate's bad, then obviously I don't want to be sending you guys chicks that aren't fertile eggs, or sending you guys eggs. A lot of people's accusing you of non-fertile eggs with $40 incubator. Yeah, that's the hardest part about shipping eggs, is getting people to understand that, like, once it leaves my house, I have no control over it. So if I'm getting 90% hatch rates here and I ship eggs to people, and the good thing is I have the platform to prove that I have fertile eggs. So when somebody gets eggs to their house and none of them hatch, yeah, from their $40 incubator, and it's just, they just want a refund. They want their money back. They want more eggs just because they suck at hatching, like their power went out or their temperature is too high or 0% humidity, whatever the case may be. I can't control what happens to the eggs after they leave my farm. UPS, everybody's having really hard problems with UPS right now, just treating boxes, especially if they say fragile, with just no care. So that's the downside about shipping eggs. I know how to package eggs. I know how to ship them. That's not the issue. You know, I can get foamers with egg slots in them and build a wood box inside the cardboard box. You know, I've ordered in eggs before from professionals. I know how to ship eggs, but I don't want, once they leave here, there's nothing I can do about it. So Caitlin's she saw her turn off the lights back there. You can see her back there. She's candling eggs. I don't know what she's working on now, but since I don't have the service, let me turn my wobble light on so you guys can see. There we go. Maybe you guys can see me now with my wobble light. Freaking picking mosquitoes out of places. Yeah, I don't know if I even want to ship chicks. That's probably worse than eggs. I don't know. There's too many people, like, I'll have perfect weather here to ship chicks, and then they make it to like Missouri or Montana. Next thing you know, they're in a warehouse that's 10 degrees. Then they all die. And I don't have enough birds and enough chicks to just be like, oh yeah, I'll reship you a dozen chicks. And then it happens the same again. Now I'm getting farther and farther behind if I have a wait list. So shipping chicks is just, it's risky. I'd rather ship eggs. I don't know. I know y'all guys want some of my birds and some of my bloodlines or whatever, but shipping eggs is just a gamble. Like it's nothing that I can do to make it a better gamble. Like I could ship you 100% fertile eggs, but by the time they get to you, get into the incubator and come out of the shell, it's a very good possibility it'll be a 0%. And nothing that I can do can make that better once it leaves my farm. So, yeah, my $2 wobble light. This thing is awesome. Like, $2. Probably one of the better $2 I've spent. All right. We do have backup generators. We're very fortunate. Our power company, our rural power company, man, very rarely do we get out of power. I mean, it's got to be some ice. We had a tornado. If you guys watched the tornado video, it was a mile from the house and it snapped a power pole and we still never went out of power. Like the power pole was hanging on, dangling in the air, and we never lost power. They put up some serious poles, some green heavy duty poles, and every connection they make or whatever is strong as heck. So we never run out of power. We've only been out of power. Most we've been out of power is like 5 hours in the last 4 years. We do have 2 generators though. We have our whole house. It's not a whole house generator, but it is a portable generator. We put a plug up on our main power pole. So I can wheel that thing from the garage up there, turn it on, not run the whole house on it, but I can at least keep the incubators going, the freezers going, the refrigerators going on that. You know, obviously you can keep lights off and keep the furnace or air conditioner off for the time being, but just enough to keep all the freezers and the incubators running. If I need to, I have another 3200 watt generator I can bring out right here and just run extension cords into here. I haven't made it a point yet where I just need this building on a separate generator. This building this time of year stays really warm. I think it's like 80 degrees in there right now with all the heat lamps and the incubators. But most of the chicks can, they'll be fine for a couple hours without 95 degree heat. Oh, our waterfowl breeding setup. Yeah, I could do a video on, I think I'm gonna do a video on if ducks are right for your farm. That's I get a lot of people wanting to buy ducks from me that have never owned ducks, and half the people that buy ducks regret buying ducks. So I want to do a video on what people need to expect before they get into ducks. They're so messy. Like, they're terrible when it comes to messy. Their entertainment is way above chickens, but the mess they make is 10 times higher than chickens. So they're cute and fluffy when they're little. They grow fast, which is nice, so they can go outside quick. They can get off heat quick. But man, they are a mess. So, but our breeding setup for ducks and geese, you only run one breed of ducks, you only run one breed of geese, and you really don't worry about mixing. We have 2 breeds of geese, obviously. The Canada geese don't mix with anything else. Our barheads are pairs, so they stay with each other, and then our Sebastopools. Now that we have these little goslings, they're out there with the eggmobile, and that's not till next spring they start breeding. So as for ducks, we just run blue Swedish, so except for our mandarins. Our mandarins are in a little pen right here. They're flighty, they're not pinioned, so they have to have their own pen. So that's about all we do for our waterfowl breeding setup. We don't have a ton of different breeds.
Oh, I about knocked you over. Oh, where am I at? Oh, it was moving a second ago.
I don't know if you guys can see a little fella in there. Was that a silky?
No, it's a Millie.
Oh, no, Fleur du Clay.
It was moving before I brought it out and about tripped.
Don't panic. They can be out of the incubator for several minutes. The temperature's not going to drop in there inside that egg extremely fast. You have plenty of time to move them over and put them back in, so they're not really going to chill low enough to die. Oh, anyways, Wildfowl Farms. That's my take on waterfowl breeding setups. If you guys got questions, comment down below. We're going on 30 minutes now. You guys might have seen that lightning, but we got rain coming.
I got a good one.
Oh, here comes Caitlin. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that little sucker moving in there. What breed is that one?
That's blue partridge.
Blue partridge Brahma. There you go. It's almost a guaranteed hatch there. When you can start seeing it move like that, you got a very distinctive line around the top for the air sac. Yeah, that little fella should start pipping here next 2 days.
I don't know.
If you put it up to your ears, sometimes you can hear him chirping. We do have guineas. So there for a couple years, I thought guineas were going to be the $1 million bird. So I had like 150 guineas. And I tell you what, them things are loud. But everybody wants guineas for like a short period of time. All my customers want guineas from like May to June, maybe even a smaller time frame than that. And if you got them, you can name your price. As soon as the grasshoppers, the bugs, the mosquitoes, the flies come out, everybody wants them and they'll pay whatever it costs. But outside of that, you can't hardly give the suckers away. So we cashed out on them one spring, and I probably sold too many of them because I only have like 4 or 5 now. I have them in my big pen so I can collect their eggs. I've been hatching a dozen or so. I've been selling a few, but I need to get some more or save back some more because I need to get it back up to about 20 or so. If you free range them from like May to October, they really hardly eat anything. So they're pretty self-sufficient, but in the winter they eat quite a bit if you have 100 of them. So, whoa, that was a good little lightning show. You guys are probably gonna hear that one. There's the rumble. Guineas, a lot of people have them. A lot of people hatch them. Most people don't really, yeah, there you go. A lot of people don't hatch them color specific. There are a few people. Most people don't care about what color they get. They just want guineas. So, like I said, they're super hot for a short window. Super easy to raise. They're probably just as easy as ducks. Like once you can get them out of the brooder, like they pretty much survive. And you really got to keep them from sleeping in the trees so the owls don't get them. If you can get them coop trained, then they're pretty easy to keep alive. But they are loud. They eat a lot of bugs, so you really don't have to feed them much, especially if you have grasshoppers. Yeah, there's a cool flash of lightning. Yeah, I ain't selling a wobble light. Nothing. Well, $500, you can have my wobble light. Yeah, ducks are pretty nasty. Anyway. Oh, what we got? Chicks? Gotta shine the light on them.
Blue partridge Brahmas.
Blue partridge Brahmas. I know the light ain't helping, but
They're so cute.
they hatched a little early. We have a couple hens sitting on eggs. So when we take the eggs out from underneath the hens, we put them straight in the incubator. So they're hatching 2 days early. We only candle 18 days. It's the only time we open up the incubators to candle at 18 days. You can candle at 9. I had one person going off on me the other day that I should be candling at 9 days so I can get those eggs out and put new eggs in. We're not strapped on incubator space yet to where I need that bad of space. Like from day 9 to 18, if they're not gonna develop, they're not going to develop. Like, very rarely are they going to explode or anything or have any problems. Like, they're not hurting me to be in there for an extra 9 days. I just don't want to be opening and closing that incubator any more than I have to. You want that temperature in there to stay perfect. So keep the temperatures in there. Just open it up at 18 days, pull the eggs out. There's no question at day 18 if it's a good egg or a bad egg, like if it developed or didn't. So at day 9, there might be some, maybe I see veins, maybe I don't see veins. Most of the time at day 9, you're pretty good at telling if it's a fertile or not or developing. But if you got the incubator space, just leave the lid closed until day 18 on chickens. Like, we have upwards of like 300 eggs, 400 eggs going at one time. Like, I don't have time to every 9 day for this batch. Like, I'd be candling eggs like every night. So you're gonna have to candle them anyway or pull them out. You're gonna have to recandle them anyway at day 18 to make sure nothing died from 9 to 18. So you might as well just wait to day 18. This storm's a coming, boys and girls. Love the new Eggmobile van. Caitlin's gonna want to drive it. Yeah, she questions everything I do that looks dumb and sketchy until I pimp it out or until I finish the project, and then she likes it. That's pretty normal. But thankfully, she lets me do it. Not that I really ask her permission. I just kind of tell her what I'm doing and then let her kind of have her opinion later. But we never fight. So somebody that I posted in that video, one lady was like, "You're always mean to Caitlin." We have been married almost 10 years and never had an argument. What do you got now?
Myself?
No. Well, you had something cool for us.
No.
Somebody said you were going to want to drive that van.
No. Maybe when it's all done, I'll enjoy it, but
That's what I said.
not right now.
That's what I said. Raising turkeys, don't. That's my advice. Sorry, Ebony. Turkeys are dumb. Like, extremely dumb. Like, they'll find a way to die. Like, they will go head first into the water and think they're a fish. If they see another turkey poult with, like, something on their feather, they will pick at it and pick at it and pick at it until they kill it. Like, they will find ways to die. Turkeys are entertaining and they're fun to have on the farm, but just know they are a pain in the butt to raise. They just love to die. If you can find somebody that's selling adult turkeys, just buy adult turkeys. Let somebody else deal with the problem. We did 120 meat turkeys one time, which are even dumber than heritage turkeys. And we butchered 69 out of the 120. That's how much they like to just kill each other and die. If it rained out, they'd just be standing out in the rain getting soaking wet. Like, even though they had a structure to get under. And then once they were soaking wet, they'd start pecking on each other because they could see the skin, and then next thing you know, 100 turkeys are pecking on one until they kill it. Anyway, that's my advice on raising turkeys. Don't if you don't have to. Good luck on your hatch, Mike, on your Royal Palms. Bodie, you can candle at day 10 or 12. I mean, we just don't. That's just how it is. We just candle at 18 when we switch them over. What's up, Jake?
Jake!
Jake will be out here. Hey, Jake, tomorrow afternoon, I meant to text you. You want to come help set up? I know I'm asking you on Facebook Live.
YouTube Live.
YouTube Live. We don't do Facebook Live anymore because nobody watches that. See if I can get Jake out here to help me catch birds. Maybe set up. Maybe not. Jorge will be out here to help catch birds if he ever shows up on time. It may just be Caitlin and I catching 180 birds, whatever we have left. Which is, we've done it before. But yeah, we need to get everything set up tomorrow. Yep, guineas are great for eating ticks, grasshoppers, crickets. Blue partridge brahmas are awesome. Let me get caught up here on, probably far behind here on these messages. Yeah, the egg didn't hatch, like from the time I showed you the egg to the time she brought out chicks. Those are two different, those weren't the same thing.
No.
Mike says he candles at 18. Yes, 309 eggs takes a while. That's why we don't candle our quail. Our Coturnix quail, we just put all Coturnix quail into lockdown, because we'll get 100 to 200 eggs going at one time, and they're even harder because they're small eggs, so we just pull them all out and go that way. Yeah, Jake's roosters don't lay eggs. I think you need to cull it. That's what they would say on backyard chickens. If your rooster ain't laying eggs, just cull it. Ooh, that was a good one.
Give him oyster shells.
Yeah, I give them more oyster shells. Leslie says, hey, Jake.
Everybody's here for Jake.
See, Mike likes the van.
Good for Mike.
I told him that we've been together for 10 years and never fight. Jake's like, 10 years is basically half my life. Yeah, because you're just a young whippersnapper.
We've actually been together a lot longer than that.
We've been married almost 10 years.
Yeah, I know.
9.
I'm
gonna shut my mouth because I'm gonna get myself in trouble.
We just celebrated our 9-year anniversary.
See, I told you we were almost 10 years married.
And it'll be 14 years.
14 years together. Yeah. So Beth Ellis asked, what are the first 3 breeds for selling chicks that sell the best? Oh,
that's a good question.
Americanas, French black copper Morans, and olive eggers. So anything that lays a colored egg sells the best. So something that lays a blue egg, Easter eggers are kind of mutts. So try to stick with true Americanas, not Americanas. Americanas with an I is Easter eggers. Americanas with a U are true Americanas. They come in splash, lavender, blue, ermine, black, white. They come in different colors. Blue egg layers, true Americanas. Some type of dark chocolate egg, so your Walsummers, your black copper Morans, French black copper Morans, so on and so forth. And then an olive egger. If you already have 2 breeds, then you can make the 3rd with your French black copper Moran and your Americana. Just cross them to make a green egg layer. So those are the 3 breeds. If you're going to raise just 3, do colored egg layers. Those are always the ones we have the longest wait list on. So get good quality breeders and stick with colored egg layers. You'll be able to sell them. Yeah, 56% humidity is fine. You can run them on that from the time you put the eggs in to the time they hatch. Once they start hatching, they will raise their own humidity. We keep it at 50, but as soon as they start hatching, as long as you got enough chicks in there, they'll bump it up to about 70, and they'll all hatch out pretty well. A lot of people dry hatch at less than 56% or 50%, so you're fine. Yeah, it's always freaking raining.
Okay. It's rained a lot this spring,
Yeah.
but this is not normal for us.
We might go live again tomorrow or maybe Saturday a little bit. So Saturday, mid-morning, if we can get the ball rolling with everybody, I may let Caitlin pick up the phone and go live. So if you guys are watching Saturday at any time, we may be going live. So make sure you hit that notification bell on our 5 Acre Farm page so you guys can hear if we are... I think it'll send you guys a message if we go live.
We don't know.
So we'll try to go live. We got to be filming too for that video, so it's gonna be a long day. Maybe I'll give Jake the camera or the cell phone, but Jake's gonna be working, so he needs to earn his wage of 1 free chicken. Favorite animal to raise? Man, that's a tough question. That's from Hunter. Favorite animal? I don't know. What's yours?
I really like, I have 2, I guess, but I really like the piglets, like the pigs. I think our pigs are the cutest things ever.
That's
and
biased.
And when they have piglets, they're just so cute. And our pigs are super friendly, so I like that about them. If I was just gonna go sit in a pen and chill with an animal, it would be the pigs, because I could do that with them.
Because they don't do anything. They just sit there and sleep.
Number 2 likes her ear scratched and likes her little chin scratch.
If you got treats, they'll come hang out with you.
Yeah. I really like the cows. Those are a fun addition.
We have registered Texas Longhorns, so
yep,
those are
fun.
a lot of fun. So
We make sure we go see them every night, or Luke, make sure I go see them every night. He sees them multiple times throughout the day, but...
She was the one that really wanted cows.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad we have them. But anyway, my favorite animal is probably my barhead geese, my mandarin ducks. I have a degree in ornithology and waterfowl. Waterfowl is my thing. I don't like raising them as much anymore. Chickens are the bread and butter. They make us the most money.
They're fun too, though.
But
they have personalities, that's for sure.
As for animals, I enjoy the cows and the geese. The geese are just a lot of fun. Pain in the butt sometimes. All right. Yeah, Lindsay, you got Australorps from us. Still the best layers. Leslie. Sorry. I'm trying to go as fast. Trying to get caught up here on comments. Yep. Thanks, Mike. Cream leg bars. Ooh. Hey, Kansas. They know how to grow some women. Copper pot. Found his wife here. All right. Have a good night, Bob. Jake's only coming if we're going live. You're only coming because I give you free Mountain Dew. That's the only reason you come.
And I feed you.
And I tell you you have to be here. Jake's like our child we haven't had. He's always there for us.
Everybody does ask if he's our kid.
Yeah, and yeah, Jake's not our child.
Sometimes.
Yeah, these mosquitoes are eating us alive. Well, we have 70 people here watching us getting eaten alive. So thank you all for watching. Some of you guys, as I end this video, you can go back and see what the meat chickens look like. We're candling some eggs. Will I get a dark green egg if I add a French black copper and rouge leg bars? Leg bars will lay a blue egg. You'll just get a light green egg. Yeah. You got to have an F1 olive egger and then put it back in with a French black or a black copper Moran to get an F2 olive egger, which is a dark green egg. So you already have to have a green egg put on with a dark green egg, or dark brown egg layer to get an even darker egg. So you have F1, F2, and F3, or so BC1, BC.
Yeah, if you do put your rooster in there, then it'll just be a light green.
Yeah, it'll be a light green if you put a French or a black copper Moran rooster over a leg bar. Now, if that chick, if you put a black copper Moran rooster over, then it'll get a dark green egg.
Yep.
Small engine repair. Thanks for watching, that guy. Isa Browns are great egg layers. They're short-term egg layers. They're going to start laying early at 4 months. They're going to crash at about 2.5 to 3 years. You're not going to get eggs a whole lot past then. Put them into stew hens at about 3 years old. They're going to crank them out for you though every single day. Isa Browns are great chickens. Dove hunting. We do dove hunts here at Old School Outfitters. Hopefully our sunflowers come. The sunflowers are coming up. They're about that big. I need to add them into tomorrow's video. A video. An update on the trees. The trees are budding out. Sunflowers are coming. So are the weeds. I'm hoping the sunflowers get ahead of them. But we do dove hunts here in September, first part of September, for 2 or 3 groups of clients. We always have room for more. We have a lodge, hunting lodge, so on and so forth. Old School Outfitters, oldschoolhunts.com. Quick shameless plug. What's up, TBC rookie?
Jake says
it's her bedtime.
It's my bedtime.
We need to shower because we've been mowing and weed eating.
Oh, his sunflowers got
Jake's
murdered.
sunflowers. Jake planted sunflowers. His neighbor mowed them. You didn't know that, did you?
No. Poor Jake.
Black Swedish are pretty much the same thing as blue Swedish. Our blue Swedish throw black Swedish, so they're great ducks. Blue Swedish usually sell better. Anything blue or the color lavender,
hotcakes.
Yeah, sells really good. Lavender Americanas, lavender English Orpingtons, lavender Guineas, porcelain, the clays, blue Swedish, blue slate turkeys. Missing anything else in that blue color?
That's the most popular stuff.
Most popular color is the blue or lavender.
I know at is it Tractor Supply, they sell the sapphire gems or
sapphire
whatever.
gems.
Those are like a bluish color and they're really popular.
Rhode Island Red, Barred Rocks, Americanas, Barnyard Mixes are great. Yeah, a lot of different breeds. You know, we talk about the breeds we have a lot because we have a lot of experience with them, but man, there's hundreds of different breeds. And as long as it's laying an egg for you, I think it's a great breed. Even barnyard mixes. So don't get dead set on a certain breed if you're not going to be selling chicks. Just get dead set on something that's going to hatch or that's going to make you eggs or butt nuggets. Yeah, the lightning and the rain's coming. So
can we show them Pickles real quick? Can you turn around?
Pickles!
Oh, just turn the picture. We have a cat named Pickles. We've never shown her because she's never around.
Yeah.
But she's that little black and white thing over there. Pickles!
That's our cat Pickles.
Oh.
She's waiting on us to put her in for the night because Caitlin feeds her wet cat food. We don't show our dogs a whole lot here on the farm.
There's 8 of them.
There's 8 of them. Though I'm surprised they're not barking yet. They're usually waiting on us to get our crap together. But we've been at it for 51 minutes. 66 of you watching. I know we got up to 70. Sorry if you guys were watching the first live we did when it cut out. I don't know what we can do better to maybe get
we can get a Wi-Fi booster.
a Wi-Fi booster or something to where we can go live inside the brooder room to show you guys more. We'll plan on trying to do live more often. I can't guarantee you what we're going to be doing, but hopefully
all dog beds have been annihilated.
Yeah.
Probably.
We'll try to do more live videos. I got to talking with a couple other YouTubers. If you guys haven't heard of Eddie Family Farms, go check them out. Brandon, their family's awesome. Arms Family Homestead, Keeping It Dutch, those guys. All those Oklahoma guys, homesteaders. They've been helping us grow. So if you guys aren't subscribed to their channels, go to their channels and subscribe to them. Tell them 5 Acre Farm sent you. That's all that matters. I need them to hear that I'm sending guys their way. But as they've sent a lot of people our way, which is awesome. So, like I said, tomorrow's video, guard geese. Monday's video, butcher day. Wednesday video, I don't know, I'm winging it. I got a list of content ideas. I don't want to turn into as much of a daily vlog style video. I'm gonna run out of content eventually to where I'm gonna have to start doing some type of daily content, but most of what we're videoing is stuff we're doing from a day-to-day basis, catching swarms, planting trees, planting sunflowers, running through the incubators, butchering chickens. I mean, that's what we do every day. So I don't have a ton of time to go separate my time to go do a separate chicken video, even though chicken content is what y'all want to see. I wish I could only do chicken content, but I have so much other stuff to do here on the farm that I can't just do chicken content and still get you guys 3 videos a week. If I did 1 video a week of chicken content, that'd be fine, but this farm is a full-time job for me. Pretty much full-time job for Caitlin too, even though she works a full-time job. So we're trying to get you 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 5 o'clock. So if you guys got video ideas, comment them in any of our videos. I try to respond to every single comment, at least the initial comment. I haven't gone through and re-commented back to replies as much, but we're never gonna get goats, so shut your mouth, Jake.
Never say never.
Yeah, she wants goats. I don't want goats. I got her cows with horns. Mike came over from Eddie's. Love those guys. Yeah, I'll try to add the links after we close out this video to Eddie's Family Farm, Arms Family Homestead, Keeping It Dutch. There's a lot of other YouTubers I watch.
Butt nugget machine for the van.
Butt nugget machine, yeah.
Like
The van needs a good name, and we just need to figure out. Yeah, she wanted Highland mini cows, but if you know anything about Highland cows, they're not cheap. I bought, ooh.
Oh, 4th of July, light up.
I can buy 10 Longhorn heifer calves for the price of one bottle baby Highland cow. So that's why we don't have Highlands.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and we have the grass, and you know, you can get $500,000 Longhorns too. Can I? Probably not, because I don't have a name for myself. But
Yet.
In 50 years, maybe I'll have
50 years.
$100,000 Longhorns. Emus, probably not going to get, not until we own some more land. We just don't want them to have a small pen if we get emus, even though they're extremely entertaining. We've thought about rheas, which are like a mini ostrich. Yeah, Santa Jake is not going to drop off 16 goats, because I know where Jake lives, and he will have 16 goats back in his backyard. So.
And your backyard's smaller than here.
Yeah, and your backyard is smaller than here. Yolkswagon, we've heard that one. That one's a good one.
You should probably wrap it up.
Yeah.
He could stand here and talk all night.
I can talk all night about chickens.
Or
$5,000 to
anything.
$8,000 a piece. That's what Highlands go for. Anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one. You know the deal. We love you. Don't haggle with your egg supplier. Buy your chicks local. If you guys like live videos, we'll try to do more of them, even though we only got 60 of you here, which is still better than Facebook. So we'll try to do this in the evenings a little bit more once we get past Butcher Day on Saturday and our outdoor vintage market on next Saturday. Life will slow down a little bit and we can go live. So we love you guys. See you guys on the next one. I gotta figure out how to end this video. We'll see ya.
Maybe I'll just exit.